Let me tell you about Independence Day. Why am I dressed like this? Let me tell you. Today is the 4th of July, which is a special day in the United States of America. It's called Independence Day. Independence means freedom. July 4th, 1776 was the day when the country was born. It is the USA's birthday. What was before July 4th, 1776, you may ask? Originally, Native Americans lived on the continent. Then new people arrived from other countries. They started to use lands. They built houses, villages, and towns. More and more people arrived, and they formed groups. There were 13 parts of this new land. They are called the 13 colonies. These 13 colonies on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean weren't free. They all belonged to Great Britain. The British ruled these lands. They told them what to do. The colonies had British laws, and the people on the continent were not happy. They wanted their own country. They wanted freedom. The most important politicians, the Congress leaders, wrote a document which explained why America should be free from Great Britain. This document is called the Declaration of Independence. After a long time, the members of the Congress signed it on the 2nd of July, and on the 4th, the free United States of America was born. But the story doesn't end here. America was finally free and independent from Great Britain, but they had to create new laws, which means they needed new rules for their new country. They worked on this list for many years, but finally, in 1787, they finished. Did you know? Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, and Thomas Jefferson were all the writers of it too. They took this collection of laws and rights to Philadelphia to sign. The politicians accepted these new rules and they signed them. They agreed on the rights that all American citizens have. These are things people are free to do. I'm sure that you all heard about the freedom of speech and the freedom of religion. This is all because of what started on July 4th, 1776. The 4th of July became a federal holiday, which means that it's a day off and everyone in the United States can celebrate that day. Let me show you a couple of other things that also became symbols of freedom. This is the American flag, or the Stars and Stripes. It has got 13 stripes, which show the 13 original colonies that became free in 1776. Can you see the stars? There are 50 of them. The 50 stars represent the 50 states in the United States of America. One is for Hawaii, another for California. This is the Statue of Liberty. This woman is the Roman goddess of liberty, which means she is the Lady of Freedom. It was a gift from France to the USA in 1886. Today it is on Liberty Island, which is in New York City. Did you know? They had to take the 151-foot-tall lady apart into 350 pieces. Only this way was it possible to ship it to the United States. It looks like this bell is not special at all. But it is. It is one of the bells that were ringing on the 4th of July, 1776. The sound of the Liberty Bell reminds people that they are free. At first, it was in the Independence Hall building in Philadelphia, but today it's just across the street. There are some very important buildings in the United States. First, the most important place for politicians was Philadelphia, in the state of Pennsylvania. Then, they decided to build a big capital city. In fact, it's bigger than a city and smaller than a state or country. It is called a district. They named it after Christopher Columbus, who discovered the continent, and after George Washington, the first president. So the capital of the USA is Washington, D.C., District of Columbia. Look at that bird. It can fly wherever it wants. How strong it looks. It is a bald eagle, which also shows how strong and free the American nation is. At first, American people thought that the bald eagle only lived on the North American continent, so they chose it as their symbol. Later, they learnt that bald eagles live in other countries too, but they kept it as the national symbol. How do people celebrate this day? Well, many Americans dress up in red and blue. These are the colors of the American flag. They decorate their homes too. They have parades, picnics, and barbecue parties. They eat apple pies, and in the evening, they usually have fireworks too. One thing is for sure, every American celebrates their past and present together with family and friends. The end.